Hello everyone, in this video we are going to talk about NCERT in-text questions from the chapter Solutions of CBSE Class 12. We are going to discuss the in-text questions in three parts. Part 1 is this video. Let's get started with the first question, question number 2.1. Calculate the mass percentage of benzene and carbon tetrachloride if 22 grams of benzene is dissolved in 122 grams of carbon tetrachloride. So we have a solution of 22 grams of benzene in 122 grams of carbon tetrachloride. We got to calculate the mass percentage of both benzene and carbon tetrachloride. So generally mass percentage of any solution can be calculated using this formula. Mass percentage is equal to the mass of solute or one component divided by the total mass of the solution into 100. Now if you want to calculate mass percentage of benzene, in the numerator we'll be taking benzene, and if you are calculating mass percentage of carbon tetrachloride, in the numerator you will be taking carbon tetrachloride and the denominator is going to stay constant. So let us calculate it one by one. Mass percentage of benzene, in the sense you need to substitute the mass of the benzene in the numerator, and in the question it's already given, which is 22, but in the denominator it is total mass of the solution. So the total mass of the solution is nothing but mass of the benzene, which is 22 grams, plus mass of carbon tetrachloride, which is 122 grams. So in the denominator you are taking total mass of the solution into 100. When you substitute and simplify, the mass percentage is 15.28%. Similarly, when you are calculating mass percentage of carbon tetrachloride, in the numerator you are taking mass of carbon tetrachloride, which is 122 grams. And in the denominator, the total mass is considered, which is 22 plus 122 into 100. When you simplify this, the answer is 84.72%. I hope you have understood this solution, but in case you have not understood, make sure you ask me your doubts in the comments below. Let's move to the next question. Question number 2.2. Calculate the mole fraction of benzene in solution containing 30% by mass in carbon tetrachloride. You have to calculate mole fraction of benzene in a binary solution. In a solution that contains two components, mole fraction of one component can be calculated like this. Say for example, you're talking about mole fraction of benzene. Mole fraction of benzene is equal to the number of moles of benzene divided by the total number of moles of all the components present in the solution. So first of all, you need to calculate number of moles of benzene. And we know that number of moles is nothing but weight by gram molecular weight. So gram molecular weight of benzene is constant, that can be calculated from the formula itself. But then weight of benzene have to be identified from the data given in the question. They say that it is 30% by mass. 30% by mass refers to if you have a solution of 100 grams in total. Out of this 100 grams, 30 grams is benzene and remaining 70 grams is nothing but carbon tetrachloride. So from this interpretation, the mass of benzene is equal to 30 grams and mass of CCl4 is equal to 70 grams. Now let us substitute these values in the formula to calculate number of moles of benzene. Mass of benzene is 30, and what is the gram molar mass of benzene? Benzene is C6H6. And the gram molar mass of benzene can be calculated as 78. So it's got to be 30 divided by 78. So it has to be 30 by 78. By this you will be calculating number of moles of benzene, which is nothing but 0.3846 moles. Now using the number of moles of benzene, you have to calculate the mole fraction of benzene. Now before you could calculate mole fraction of benzene, identify something. In the formula of mole fraction, in the denominator you are having total number of moles. In a binary solution, total number of moles refer to the number of moles of both the components. Here it is number of moles of benzene plus number of moles of CCl4. It's going to be number of moles of benzene and CCl4. You already have calculated moles of benzene. Now you need to calculate moles of CCl4. And how do you calculate that? Using the same formula. Number of moles of CCl4 is weight of CCl4 by gram molecular weight. Weight is 70 as per the interpretation that we have done over here, right? And what is the molar mass? The molar mass of carbon tetrachloride is 154 grams. So it's got to be 70 divided by 154. In total, it is 0.4545 moles. So now you know the number of moles of benzene, which has to be placed in the numerator. You also know the number of moles of CCl4, so that you can write the total number of moles in the denominator of the formula of mole fraction. This is equal to mole fraction of benzene. When you substitute the values and simplify, the mole fraction is 0.458. I hope you have understood this, but in case of any doubts, please let me know in the comments. Let's move on to question number 2.3. Calculate the molality of each of the following solutions. You have two solutions being given over here. One is 30 grams of cobalt nitrate hexahydrate in 4.3 liters of solution. And the second one is 30 ml of 0.5 molar H2SO4 diluted to 500 ml. These two parts are two different types of questions. Let us solve them one by one. Let's talk about the first part of the question. Please observe it. They are saying that it is 30 grams of cobalt nitrate salt which is dissolved in water to make in total 4.3 liters of solution. So here we can say that the total volume is 4.3 liters. And we can also say that the given mass of the solute is how much? 30 grams. We know that the formula of molarity is equal to N by V. Right? And N is nothing but weight by gram molecular weight of the solute into 1 by V in liters. So now to calculate molarity of this solution, you know the volume. You also can calculate gram molecular mass easily. But only one concern is small w, but then that is also given over here. So substitute all the known values to calculate molarity. When you substitute the values, the molar mass has to be substituted with 291 from the formula given. And you have to be substituting the volume as 4.3 liters. The volume should be taken in liters itself. And the given mass 30 grams. When you substitute it and simplify, the final answer of molarity have to be 0.023. I'm sure you're solving the questions along with me. Only when you solve the numericals along with when you listen, you will understand. Otherwise, you will not be understanding it clearly. So this is about the first part. It's a direct formula of molarity. Let's now go to the second part of the question. The second part of the question is talking about 30 ml of a solution of H2SO4 whose molarity was 0.5. And now they have diluted this solution to 500 ml. And they are asking you to calculate molarity over here. So they are talking in fact about the same solution. Initially the solution was 30 ml. So V1 is 30 ml. And at the same time molarity was 0.5. M1 is 0.5. After some time you made a final solution out of this. You have diluted this to 500 ml. Now the current volume of the solution is 500 ml. You got to calculate M2. There's a simple relation between these terms. M1 V1 is equal to M2 V2. Since you got to calculate M2, you can rephrase this relation as M2 is equal to M1 V1 divided by V2. When you substitute the values, you will easily get the formula. M2 can be calculated as M1 0.5 into V1 is 30 ml divided by M2 is what we are calculating and V2 is 500 ml. Simplify this to get M2. This is one way, this is a shortcut method. But on the other hand, you can also calculate it using a long method. From the 30 ml of 0.5 molar H2SO4 solution, calculate the mass of H2SO4 and then calculate the number of moles of H2SO4 and then substitute that into the formula of molarity and calculate molarity. This is like a longer method. M1 V1 is equal to M2 V2 is a shorter method. So whichever you feel easy, use that. Let's get ahead with next question, number 2.4. Calculate the mass of urea required in making 2.5 grams of 0.25 molar aqueous solution. So now you have to calculate the mass of urea, small w. And you know what? You know the total mass of the solution, which is 2.5 grams. You also know the molarity, which is 0.25. So now the formula of molarity, small m is equal to weight by gram molecular weight of solute into 1 by capital W, which is mass of mass of solvent, and solvent has to be taken in terms of kilograms. So now if you observe it, we know molality, we have to calculate small w. We can calculate this gram molar mass from the molecular formula of urea. But then to use this formula, we don't know mass of solvent. This is mass of solvent. This is not mass of solution. In the question, they have been given mass of solution. Because we don't know capital W and small w clearly, we can't use the formula directly. So for this, we need to use a logic first of all. See, if you are trying to calculate molality of any solution, you need to know small w and capital W both. Now you don't know both of them, but you know molality. And in the question, they said that the molality of solution is 0.25. Whenever we say it is 0.25 molar solution of any solute, it means that in 1000 grams of water, 0.25 moles of urea is present. 1000 grams of water is consisting of 0.25 moles of urea. This is what is meant by 0.25 molar urea solution. And now if it is 0.25 moles of urea, we can calculate mass of urea from there. How can we calculate? We know that moles is equal to weight by gram molecular weight. And if you want to calculate weight after this, it has to be number of moles into gram molecular weight. So number of moles is 0.25, gram molecular weight is 16. So 15 grams of urea. If it is 1000 grams of water, then this 1000 grams of water must be consisting of 15 grams of urea, right? But now the point is, it's not 1000 grams of water. In the question, they said that it is 2.5 kgs of solution in total, correct? So 15 grams of urea and 1000 grams of water can be only 1015 grams of solution. So now your entire solution is 2.5 kgs. Let us calculate the molality of that solution, which is 2.5 kgs. If you are having a solution of 2.5 kgs, then it will be consisting of 15 into 2.5 kgs, which is converted into grams, 2500 grams divided by 1015 grams of this particular solution. And if you are confused, how did we get this expression? It's very simple. I'm having a solution whose mass in total is 1015 grams, and this is consisting of 15 grams of urea. So in that regard, if I have 2500 grams of a solution, how many grams of urea will be present in that? So you're cross multiplying 2500 into 15 divided by 1015, and when you cross multiply this and simplify, the answer will be 36.95 grams. So 36.95 grams of urea is present in the solution whose molality is equal to 0.25. I hope you could understand this. Let's read the next question, number 2.5. Calculate molarity and mole fraction of Ki if density of 20% mass by mass aqueous Ki is 1.202 grams per ml. So now from the question, what can we understand is, you know the density. Density of the solution is given 1.202, and you also know that the mass percentage of the solution is 20%. So you have mass percentage and you have density. Using mass percentage and density, you should calculate molarity and mole fraction. Let's calculate them one by one. Firstly, we are starting with molality. So molality is nothing but small m, and the formula of molality is weight by gram molecular weight of the solute into 1 by capital W taken in kgs. Capital W here is, as usual, mass of the solvent, correct? So now if I say, I'm talking about Ki solution. I know that the solute is Ki. From here I can calculate gram molecular mass. And now from the given data in the question, mass percentage is given and density is also given. What else can we calculate? If you are having mass percentage, you can also calculate the given mass of the solute. So we can calculate small w, correct? And if you know the mass percentage and if you know the given mass of the solute, you can from there calculate the mass of the solvent and mass of the solution also. So to use the formula of molality, we have everything ready. Let us derive and let us use all of them to calculate molality. So since it is Ki, the molar mass is going to be 166 grams, iodine 127, potassium 39. If it is 20% mass by mass, it means you have 20 grams of solute in total 100 grams of solution, and which in turn means that 80 grams is the mass of the solvent. Now let us substitute these values in the formula of molality. Molality formula as written already, weight by gram molecular weight of solute. Weight of solute is 20 by gram molecular weight is 166 as substituted here, into 1 by capital W, weight of solvent, which is nothing but 80 grams of water. You are taking 80 grams of water in the denominator. And when you simplify all of this, the molality is 1.51. This is a rounded up value. This is how we calculated molality. In the second part, we are calculating molarity. Molarity is capital M, and this is also weight by gram molecular weight of solute, but 1 by volume in terms of liters. So now in the question, or maybe from the question, from the data given in the question, you can calculate W, small w, which is mass of potassium iodide, 20 grams. And you can also calculate molar mass of potassium iodide. And coming to the volume, how do we calculate volume? We can derive volume from density. We know that density is equal to mass by volume. You know density of the solution, which is already given in the question. And at the same time, you already know the mass of solute. So since you know density and mass, volume can be calculated. Volume is mass by density. So what is mass? Mass is 100 grams. 100 grams of solution divided by density is 1.202. When you simplify, it is 83.19. 19 milliliters. Why? Because density is given in grams per ml unit. So the volume that you derive is milliliters. But then in case of the formula of molarity, volume is taken in liters. So convert this into liters and use it in the formula. When you substitute the values in the formula, like 20 grams of solute divided by its gram molar mass 169 into 1 by volume. When you substitute and simplify, the molarity is 1.45. And the third part of the question is calculating mole fraction. So mole fraction of Ki has to be calculated. Ki is solute. So mole fraction of Ki formula will be number of moles of Ki divided by the total number of moles of all the components present in the solution. So moles of Ki can be calculated as weight by gram molecular weight. And when you talk about total number of moles, what else do we have? We are having water also along with Ki. The mass of water is 20 divided by the molar mass of water is 18. Altogether, the moles of water is calculated as 4.44. Substitute the values and simplify to acquire the mole fraction of Ki. This is how we calculate mole fraction. I hope you have understood how have we done this. All the questions that we have solved today, but in case you have any doubts, let me know in the comments. And in the next video, the part 2 of in-text questions, will be solving the remaining questions starting from 2.6. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, bye-bye.